Hello, I'm the Dynamic Dipper from Morecambe Bay. We're on the other side of Morecambe Bay today. We're over at Roa Island, which is near Piel Island. So if you can see, Piel Island is here and it's got a lovely ruined castle on it. It's my favourite place in the whole world. So I'm going to go in the sea here today. What this video will advise about is that if you're starting to swim in the sea, or you have been swimming in the sea and you want to increase your distance, then you're going to have some sort of barrier cream to stop chafing from happening under the arms or around the neck if you wear a wetsuit, or between the legs. So I've brought along two of the things that I've used in the past. We're also going to talk about which apps you might need to swim in the sea and how they are useful. So the first thing is I don't wear a wetsuit. I haven't worn a wetsuit for a couple of years, but when I did wear a wetsuit, from when I started to swim, when I came out of the wetsuit, was around a 2-year period. So I swam in a wetsuit for 2 years, and when I increased my distance, I then had to look into barrier creams to stop that rubbing on the back of the neck and sometimes under the arm. It's interesting to note though, and for me to mention, that I'm an ocean walker swimmer, and so even if I did wear a wetsuit, which I choose not to, Adam Walker of the Ocean Walker technique, he encourages a very steady and still head looking straight down. So there is no elevation of the head which causes your wetsuit to rub on the back of your neck. So you might just want to check out that stroke and see whether that might be beneficial to you. So if you're looking to increase your distance in the sea, you'll need your barrier cream. So there's a couple of things that I have tried. I've tried more than a couple actually, but I've just got two here today. So one of those things that triathletes particularly advise, because their distance is shorter maybe in the water, is that they say that Bodyglide works. Okay, you can get Bodyglide in a big one like this, or in a little one like this to take on the aeroplane, or in your cosmetic bag. And it rolls up like a deodorant, and you just sort of spread it on the back of your neck like this and under your arms, okay? It works if you're increasing your distance in the sea. It only works for so long, I've noticed. So maybe at around the 4k, 5k mark, you would start to get the rubbing, the chafing under your arms and on the back of the neck if you're wearing a wetsuit. So it works, but it only works for so long. Eventually the salt water does cause it to disappear. So the ultimate in terms of a barrier cream is the old Vaseline. Now, other people have got other alternatives. There'll be triathletes that'll be able to comment below and say what they use, or long distance sea swimmers. I always prefer Vaseline. And yes, people don't like the gloopiness of it and they don't like the greasiness of it, but that's why it works, because of the greasiness and the slide on it, and so you don't get as much chafing. So I properly really layered this on when I did my 6-hour qualifier in Malta, and I was 6 hours in the water and I had very little chafing underneath my arms and sort of between my legs, or around where your costume is, around the top of your legs. You can try alternatives and they work to a certain extent, but if you're doing long distance or long time in the sea, this is the ultimate. And so people are bothered about the fact that it's a petroleum based jelly, and it's not going to be good in terms of on their wetsuit. I wore it with a wetsuit for 2 years. It never damaged my wetsuit, my seams. It talks about corroding your wetsuit. Actually, I applied it quite a lot, quite frequently, and it never had any effect on my wetsuit. So other people might have other stories to tell regarding that. That's my experience. You might need a couple of apps to go swimming in the sea. So you can download My Tide Times. I'll just stand to the side there because I'm going to then integrate the My Tide Times app and show you what it looks like. So you'll be able to put in, it'll show you your nearest locations. You click on that and it'll show you low tide, high tide. There will be other features with the Pro version. I don't have the Pro version. The other thing that I refer to a lot is magic seaweed. So Magic Seaweed have data information off buoys out, further out offshore, and they're able to tell you the true temperature of the water. They're able to tell you the gusts, the direction of the wind, how high the waves are, and you know, it's got some terminology: flat, choppy, that sort of thing. And so you're able to determine in a better way whether it's safe to go swimming or not. So the other thing that I would also advise, if you're going to do longer distance in the sea, is that you speak to, you go and actively speak to the fishermen that are in your local area. So, you know, if you've got a harbour in your local area, you go down there and you speak to them about tides and about safe places to swim. They may know about that. They may have been on the sea in that area for a long time. And of course your local RNLI water safety officer would always have some advice in terms of where's safe and where's not, and what conditions you should be getting in the sea or not. Similarly with the HM Coast Guard, they're really helpful and have got some free resources. And so if you're just thinking about increasing your distance in the sea, those are the three things that are quite vital. Your barrier cream, Vaseline's the one every time, I think. Your tide times and your apps. So my tide times and Magic Seaweed. And the third thing is obviously to gain local knowledge. So that's it really from me. I'm going to go in here now. I've not done the temperature of the water yet. I should have done that before I videoed, sorry. I'm guessing it's around sort of 9 or 10. So I'm going to get in here and then I'll see you when I come out. So that was lovely. So I've checked on the Magic Seaweed for what temperature it is, and it's saying Roa Island, which is just around the corner, and it's saying 9 Celsius. So check those apps out, and it's over and out from the Dynamic Dipper at Roa Island. Bye!